words and promises. How to be brave? How can I love when I'm afraid to fall? Watching you stand alone. All of my doubt suddenly goes away. Everything waiting for you, darling, don't be afraid. I love to fulfill.
drank too much. I held your hair back when you were throwing up. And you smiled over your shoulder. For a minute I was stone cold sober. I pulled you closer to my chest, and you asked me to stay over. I said I already told you. I think that you should get some rest. ghost. 'Cause you were always there for me when I needed you most. I'm gonna love you till my lungs give out. I promise till death we part like in our vows. So I wrote this song for you, now everybody knows that it's just you and me till we're grey old. Just say you want it go. Just say you want it go. Say you want it go. Just say you want it go.
still feel your touch in my dream. Forgive me my weakness, but I don't know why. Without you, it's hard to survive. 'Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling, and every time we kiss, I swear I could fly. Can't you feel my heart beat fast? I want this to last. Need you by my side. 'Cause every time we touch, I feel the static, and every time we kiss, I reach for the sky. Can't you hear my heart beat so? I can't let you go. Want you in my life. Your arms are my castle, your heart is my sky. They wipe away tears that I cry. The good and the bad times, we've been through them all. You make me rise when I fall. 'Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling, and every time we kiss, I swear I could fly. Can't you feel my heart beat fast? I want this to last. Need
Well, ahoy, fellow captains. It is Muse, and I have something very special for you today. Today, we are going to be taking a look at Dido. Dido is a Tier 5 British cruiser, part of the anniversary event, and I was looking forward to this. This is one of the ships I really, really wanted out of this whole anniversary deal. It, in my opinion, is one of the top shelf Tier 5 cruisers, and I'm a cruiser main, and I am in love with this thing. Um, Very balanced kind of ship, very jack of all trades. You could kind of push it with builds in any direction you want to go. But the guns on this thing are very nasty little guns. I love the guns on here, and there's some other things it has going for it. So most of you have actually played the Dido class and don't realize it. If you've played Ramet out of the Pan Asian line, the Tier 5 Pan Asian cruiser, that is a Dido class, and the stats are going to be almost very similar, other than some changes in consumables, things like that. Some things to note on this ship, it has 360 turrets, which is really, really nice. If you look at the hull, it has a very slender, like look at it from that front profile. Very slender knife-like hull, which is one good, when you show that to an enemy, there's not much to shoot at. The downside to it is when you make a turn, you lose all of your speed, all of it, because that knife hull creates too much resistance. So yeah, you just, anytime you turn, you're going to scrub all your speed. So I'm going to run propulsion mod on here, which I normally don't run propulsion mod. But for this thing, one, I want to be able to start and stop because of the smoke. And then two, I want to be able to recover speed after turns. And propulsion mod's going to help you do that. This thing can be very fast. I ran a couple different builds on it. We're going to feature two of the builds I really liked. One is a pure gun build, AP gun build, and the other one is going to be a survivability speed build. And in the beginning of that montage, you saw I had this thing up to 39.5 knots. But yeah, the moment you turn, you just lose. It literally drops down to like 25 knots within like a couple seconds of turning. It's just a very knife-like hull, and yeah, when you get that thing sideways, it just so much friction and physics just says you're not going anywhere. So those are kind of the unique features of this ship, and we're going to go ahead, we're going to take a look at builds, and then when we get to the featured gameplay, I'll talk about some of how I like to play it and the charms of this ship. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, and I'll see you on the other side here. Then getting into the modules, for the first slot I have main battery mod 2, and the second slot, like I said, propulsion mod. Propulsion mod on this ship is such a game changer. Without it, it's going to feel really, really sluggish. Every time you turn, you're going to lose your speed, and it's going to take forever to get it back. Yeah, so I definitely recommend propulsion mod on this. Then we're going to bounce over to our consumables, and we have our standard damage control party, nothing special there. Sonar, you get 4.2 kilometers for 94 seconds. Pretty good sonar. Definitely helps out. You get the fast smokes, so you only get 40 seconds in smoke, but they are very good for breaking contact. And then we have a main battery reload booster with 66.7% main battery reload boost. That will get you, it lasts for 16 seconds. That will roughly get you, and there's about an 8-second reload on this ship. It'll get you about 6-7 salvos out of that. And then we have our Jolly Roger and our Super Tester camo. And so yeah, with that, we're going to move on. But yeah, that main battery reload booster, woo! So I've heard people say that the ship has no armor. It does have armor. And I can assure you in the last 2 days of playing it that I frustrated many a cruiser and battleship players tanking them. It can do work. You can see that belt on the side there about midship. If you can bait shots to that belt, it more than does the job. Auto bounce angles. It's got that slender profile, so when you're looking at it from the front, there's not much to shoot at. And then it's also very good at flip-flopping, swimming like a fish. It just has that agility. So yeah, it can be a very elusive pain in the butt target to hit. And then when it does get hit, like if you know it's coming, you can tank it. Most of the times, every now and then you'll get smacked, but for the most part, you can tank a lot of rounds with this thing. Even though it doesn't look like there's a lot of armor, it does work. All right, then on to our stats. Survivability, 29.5 with the gun build. Artillery, you're going to have 10, 133 millimeters. They're going to go out to 15.7, 7.6 reload, 15-second 180 turn time, 1900 HE, 8% fire chance, and 2754 on the AP. Again, that's with the gun build. You're going to get 6 533 millimeter torps with a 72-second reload. That's 3 per side, and they reload about every minute. So you can definitely zone torp because they go out to 8.8 kilometers. Some very nice little torps. Definitely better than Atlanta's. AA is kind of questionable. It does work when things get into range, but it's just really not. It's not the best of the tier. So really rely more on your agility with carriers than your AA. Even with an AA build, it's not going to come up that much, and it's not going to get that much more range. Maneuverability, we have 35.9 knots, 580 turning circle, 6.5 rudder, and again, this is with the gun build, not with the agility build. And concealment's going to be 10.3, 6.5 by air, and guaranteed 2, and a 4.6 when firing in smoke. And again, that's a gun build, not a stealth build or a Belfast build. But yeah, that's going to be your stats. And now we're going to go over into the commanders. And the first one I'm going to show you here, it's Fraser. It is a pure Fraser AP gun build, is what I'm running here. We have Make Haste, gives us faster movement speed. Beyond range, that's going to give us some more range on the guns. Here, I could, on this next line, go with the fire chance, but I actually go with the torpedo range because those torpedoes already have some nice range. So just adding to that is lovely. We have Punch Through, that's going to give us more AP damage and more penetration. And then we're running Fixated because I want to make sure I'm hitting things. And Refill Station, you could go with Fully Packed, but I'm running Fully Packed on my other build I'm going to show you here in a second. So I have Refill on this one instead. Then we have Yamamoto for the extra pen, like I said, AP build. And Andrew the Lip, so all that bonus damage every time my AP shells hit and just stacking up bonus damage, which is really nice because this thing is rapid firing. And that's what those tend to work best on. Then we're going to get into the survivability speed build. And I did that on Tenet. We'll go ahead and show you Tenet right here, another vanilla commander. And I really like both these builds. They were both really good. So we have core values, incoming damage to your citadel is reduced. We have ingenious, that's going to give us faster traverse on the guns, as well as some damage mitigation. Full speed ahead, that's going to make us faster and give us a better rudder. And you can see for the next 3 perks, we're just going to lean into that. We've got our Voluptuous, that's going to give us more movement speed. Steer Clear, that's going to give us more rudder. And then our Fully Packed, so we're getting more consumables across the board. This thing is a little tank. We have Baltimore, again with the rudder. And then we have a William Sims for extra HP because we're planning on going in the way of harm with this thing. And yeah, this is a nice build for tankiness. All right, so we're in standard mode. We're on Scandinavia. Got all kinds of things going on here. I'm going to be talking about the ship and the battle, so I'll kind of jumping back and forth. So just kind of hang with me on that. So again, I want to go back to that propulsion mod and how important this ship feels day and night with and without that propulsion mod. Now, we already talked about the hull shape and the fact that when you turn, and if you watch during the gameplay, anytime I turn, you're going to see my speed just drastically drop off. On top of that, the Dido feels. I don't know how to say. I don't want to use the word sluggish because it's not. But the same way, like the German ships have nice top ends, but it takes them time to wind up to that top end. That is how Dido works. Like it's not just instant up to speed. It takes time to get that rolling. And so when you don't have the propulsion mod and you scrub speed on a turn, it takes you a long time to wind back up to that top end. And so that's part of why I wanted to run the propulsion mod, is because it does have a nice top end. And I wanted to be able to recover that speed quicker off of turns, and especially because you have 360 guns, you're going to be doing a lot of flopping. I've been playing this thing front line, so I'm dodging torps all the time. I just can't not turn. As lovely as that speed is, I have to turn. And that's going to cost me my speed, and that's where that propulsion mod helps you get it back. And then also in these kind of situations where you want to smoke up, much faster to get the ship stopped, much faster to get it started. So yeah, just propulsion mod really, like the first couple games I played, I had the steering gears on there and it felt sluggish. And I hate, again, using that word, but that's how it felt to me. It felt sluggish. And I don't like sluggish ships. I like to be able to maneuver, have speed to get around the map when I need to. I'm very much into the utility side of ships. Like, I love the utility. So, like, speed is a massive utility. Agility, turning, maneuverability, those are massive, massive, massive utility bonuses to a ship. So this battle, I used Fraser. This is the gun build in this battle. So how you can tell, if you go back to the montage, you'll see some battles where I have green tracers and some battles where I have red tracers. My green tracers are going to be my gun build. My red tracers are going to be my tanking speed build. And I really like both of those builds. They were both very effective. At the end of the day, though, I was able to do more for teams with the speed tanking build, but did not have the damage output of the Fraser build. So it was kind of like, which do I really want? And you could even probably do a stealth build on this thing, but I probably wouldn't do that unless you're in a division, because stealth is only good till you're spotted and you make contact, and then stealth is wasted stat lines. So if you're planning on being like the only way a stealth build really works on this is if you have like a div mate that you know is going to spot for you. You can sit back line, just smoke up, play games with your spotting, and cook things from the back. If you don't have that and you're relying on randoms, then I really wouldn't recommend a stealth build for this. So the beginning was kind of slow over here. We're already down ships. The other side just got absolutely... I don't know what went on over there at Alpha. They just got absolutely demolished over at Alpha. Which is a shame, because if I had got a little more out of this team, this would have been a win. This will end up being a loss. We're going to end up doing around 100 and I think 18,000 damage. Kraken. And 2,200 base XP on a loss. And it was a really close game at the end. Like, literally, had we got just a little more out of this team, this would have been a win. And that's kind of been, like, a story of games lately. Like, it's either just the team gets run over and blown out, or you end up games where, like, if you would have just got a little more from the team, they would have been a win. And then you go to the after report and you see people with like zeros and 200, 300 XP. It's like, what were you guys doing, man? What were you doing? I get it, it happens sometimes, but like for that whole whatever happened over at Alpha, like, what did you guys do? What did you do? Like, look at that giant island. Like, how did you not isolate fights over there? Like, what did you do? Like, the fact I'm over here in a cruiser with 27,000 HP and I'm there right to the end of the battle, like, how do you lose a battleship that quick? I don't know. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to focus on the ship, focus on the game. So we get this Caesar. We're smoked up. We're going to go ahead, cook on him. The guns are really punchy. Everyone's comparing this to Atlanta. Atlanta has higher firing angles. This is more like Flint. This is much more like Flint. You get the further range, you get the punchiness because the guns have slightly lower angles than Atlanta does, and they're more in the realm of Flint's gun angles. So it just ends up with a lot more range and a lot more punchiness than Atlanta, and the AP on this thing is just absolutely nasty, absolutely nasty. A couple times while playing it, I forgot I was shooting 133s at a Dido, and it just kind of like Bortus came to mind. Like, that's the way that AP feels. Like, when it hits things, it hurts them. And yeah, it's been a blast with the AP on this thing. Don't get me wrong, the HE is just as nasty. Really good at setting fires. Really good at setting fires. But that AP is just money. Absolute money. And this thing has the DPM to just go in and wreck a bunch of people at once. Like, it really does. It's sad that it doesn't get a heal, but it would probably be too strong with a heal. It's a nasty little ship. It's a nasty little critter. And if you're taking advantage of, you know, your knowledge of tanking and the shape of that hull, and your agility and your speed, you can be an absolute menace in this thing. Absolute menace. So we got the Hatsuharu here. Got him sonared up. He's not going anywhere. We're going to go ahead and finish this off. And we're getting towards the end of the battle here. And this is kind of like, I have to make some choices here, and I don't know I necessarily made the wrong choice. I may have. I don't know. I don't really know what can be done here. It's 2v4. I had to get this DD out of here. There's no chance on this game without getting this DD. Like, he's got to go. And that's unfortunately going to pull me out in front of everything else here. Now, I could smoke up. I could disappear. But there's 7 minutes left on the clock. The carrier knows where I am. Like, it's not like I'm gonna, you know, sneak and go away and he'll forget all about me. He knows where I am. So he'll be back for me. I don't have much health. So my thinking here is get the carrier out of the game, and that gives this battleship that has a lot of health over there a chance to carry the rest of the game. And that's about the only play I can think of here. Like, if I run, the Serov's just going to hunt me down with planes. And with 7,000, 9,000 HP, if he wants me dead, I'm dead. Like, there's nothing I'm doing about that. So yeah, it's in my mind, the play here is to get rid of the Serov and give that battleship a fighting chance. Now, when I go after the Serov, he had his cruiser right there, the Devonshire. And normally, now what I was counting on this Devonshire to do was run away. Because, like, that's the normal player base kind of thing to do. Is I don't want to fight. I'm in a PvP fighting game, but I don't want to fight. But he actually comes out and protects his carrier. So kudos to this dude. This was the right play to come out and give that carrier, you know, time to retreat. And he goes ahead and he makes that play. So I'm trying to get the Seraph. I'm hoping the battleship has a shot on him, but I'm guessing he's engaged with whatever he's engaged with over there. The guy's got no health, that cruiser up top, so that's why he's focused on that. And so now I have to take my attention off the Seraph because the Devonshire did what he should have done. But I wasn't counting on it because you don't see people doing what they're supposed to be doing in this game anymore. So yeah, kudos to this dude for protecting his carrier. You can see I had the carrier pretty low, like, wanted to finish him. And there's just not much I can do here. Like, had that battleship come down this way instead of chasing that cruiser, I might have had some extra help there. I get the Devonshire. There's my Kraken, but it doesn't matter because that Seraph is still alive, and Seraph is what's going to finish this battleship off. Which is exactly why I wanted to kill the Seraph. So, yeah, this is just literally, had we got a little more out of that alpha side, this might have been a win. Like, look how close this is. Look how close this is. You got one dude that's on vapors over there. The Seraph is like a one hit for a BB, but yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame to take an L on that. That's literally a shame to take an L on that. But it is what it is. And then he's going to get beasted on here. I'm going to leave you with the scorecards. I appreciate y'all. I will catch you next time. Hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. Good hunting. Fair seas, captains. Take care. I'll catch you next time. Bye.
You keep pushing me aside and I can't break through. There's no talking to you. It's so sad.